everyone, I'm Mary Ann Burden, Youth Services Librarian at Chester Library. I wanted to take a minute today just to talk to you about World Book Online, a new resource we now have available for students, families, and teachers here in Chester. You can find World Book Online at the Chester Library website. I've put two big blue arrows here so you can see a really quick way to get to it is the toolbar on the top that says Find. We have a selection for homework help, which is a page of resources for students, and you can see the bottom half of the screen shows you the list of resources, and I have an arrow there pointing to World Book Online. You would just click on there. You can access World Book or any of these resources from anywhere with your Chester Library card. So World Book Online is a safe and trusted learning environment for students of all ages. And we have a subscription for these four different components. So the early learning section is emphasizes early childhood curriculum for preschool students. The kids section is for elementary students in grades 1 through 4. Student targets children in 5th through 8th grade. So middle school falls definitely in this student category. And Timelines is a special section that offers activities and even could be used just for learning experiences to give context to different time periods. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. So this is the search bar on that front page of the student section. And of course, it contains all the articles you would find in the print version of World Book Encyclopedia, but it also has thousands of additional articles which are continually updated, which is really wonderful. It has interactive tools and databases. It has media and videos, and it also has these educator tools. And I put an arrow there so you could see on the top right of this screen where you can locate some of the educator tools for teachers and parents. Now, the front page also has carousels for current events, a biography center, which I showed a picture of that here so you could just get an idea of it. Biography Center features more than 10,000 historical and contemporary biographies, and they're updated a lot, as I mentioned. And it also has featured media and videos, maps and atlases, which have interactive maps. And it also gives you the ability in that section to compare locations. Say if you were studying two different countries and you wanted the students to compare the cultures and the way of life in those two countries, they can do that too. It's kind of customizable. Now, under the educator tools that I mentioned before, there are lesson plans, there are curriculum standards, which are searchable by grade and subject. There's web quests, graphic organizers, and other additional teacher resources. I wanted to put an example here of a web quest just so you could see what it looks like. Web quests are activities designed to build knowledge by taking the students on a search through World Book Online. So they search through articles and videos and even images to find the answers to the web quest. It not only teaches knowledge in a specific subject area, it also teaches database research skills, which are very valuable. And each web quest includes a teacher page with all the answers. You can find the list of web quests under this web quest section if you go in and you want to take a look at and see what is offered. The timeline section includes timelines in 8 broad topic areas. There are hundreds of these pre-generated timelines that cover various time periods in history. So say you're doing the Vietnam War, which is the example I have here, it would show context of what else was going on in the world during that time period. Some of the categories that there are timelines for are literature, notable people, science, sports, and of course history, as well as some others. Now they're also customizable and you can create them from scratch. So I put an example on the bottom here, the history of Star Wars. So for anyone who's confused about which movie came out when and when the TV shows fall into this timeline, you could create a timeline of something like this. And you can imagine this is a way that the students could create a timeline on something that they are particularly interested in. And it just gives a lot of context. Another example is a time period, if you're reading a historical fiction novel, maybe the 1960s, and it would give an idea, like if you picked the timeline for that year of some very important events, maybe politically and historically, that were going on in the country and in the world during the time of that story. So those are just some really quick highlights of what you can do with World Book. This is my contact information here. And don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions about World Book, need help getting a library card. And as a side note, as an educator in Chester, you are eligible for a Chester library card. And we're happy to get you a card and a card for any student who needs to access any of the online resources or is interested in any of the online resources, which you could see included all the homework help, but it also includes online books and audiobooks and a lot of other things as well. So thank you for your attention. And if you need anything, just contact me at my email there, or you could call the library at 908-879-7612. Thank you.